We are on. La, 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 la. That means we are on. Hit it.
What are we doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Reminding you all that tomorrow, April 1st, I'm throwing another get together here in Brooklyn at Salty Dog, 3rd Avenue. I don't know if it's 74 to 73rd Street. It's been a while since we had a get together, so we're going to throw another one. Feel free to come by, have some drinks, some food, chat. Open to all you guys, all bus operators. Even if you're not in my group, next bus, please pass it on. Any transit worker, welcome to come by. Let's hang out. Tomorrow, April 1st, 7 p.m., Salty Dog, Brooklyn. Don't be square.
Oh my god.
We're live.
I was so
It's live. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody?
Peoples, what's good,
What
Peoples?
is up? What up, Blunt?
What's good, Pete, man?
Yeah, so let's start. Let's start with the party.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about last night. Which was 2 nights ago. Let's talk about last night.
A couple of nights ago, man. It was
Yeah,
great.
so
Man.
yeah, we had our MVP show. MVP get together. We haven't had one since, I believe it was before COVID hit.
Before COVID, yep.
I was like 2019, or yeah, like maybe towards the end of 2019 we had one.
Yep.
And I was like, it's been a while. Let's have another one. We want to thank everybody that showed up. Crazy enough, Booker, all the way from Cali.
Yep.
All the way from Cali.
Showed up in
Swing
Cali.
that bell for Booker.
Brave the weather. Made it through all the way to Brooklyn. It was great, man. We had a great time. We had
He came with his
drinks
son.
good.
His son's
Yeah.
was it girlfriend, wife? I'm sorry.
Not his wife. Or
His
maybe his
girlfriend.
son's girlfriend. I think.
Yeah.
Or wife. Not sure. But
His
yeah,
lady.
man.
Let's just say his son's lady.
Food was great. Drinks were great. Conversations was
Mhm.
even better. You know, shout out to Big Joe V.
Joe
Dropping
V
some
for
jewels on
sure.
us.
Big shout out. Thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah, everybody that came out, man, put the effort to come out, to join us. It's not just to meet us, it's to take a day off and just relax and just have fun and mingle. The job is stressful enough. So this is an opportunity to just come out and hang out and let your hair hang down. You know what I mean? Have some
Yeah, I mean,
drink.
this is what we made the group in the beginning,
Yeah.
just to get to know us, get to know everybody, the
To
the
everybody.
depot level.
Yeah. Depot
So,
level, the department level, because it's not just bus operators.
and yeah, there was some bus
It's
chat, but
extended.
we're not gonna just talk shop
Right.
or politics or anything like that. But it was just a good time. Just
It was a
those of
great
us who knew-
opportunity for us to meet the members the misfits that joined, and for us to get to know you guys a little bit more better.
Shout out to Mr. Bunton. First time I met him yesterday at the show, at the get together, and Mr. Don Nav, Dan,
You're there now. I see
Dan.
him all the time, right? To see him in person is crazy.
Yeah.
It's great. It was great. We had a great
We had
time.
a couple of the regulars that come always showing their support.
Yep.
So Ricky, Louie,
Yeah, thanks guys for coming out, man. Always
and,
it's always a great time with you guys.
yeah,
Hopefully we get a lot more for the next one.
yeah.
Gear it up.
So
Should be better.
actually, the next one will be August. There's plenty of time for everybody to get ready.
August.
August 26th, Blunt.
Okay. August 26th.
April, June, May, June, July.
What up, Rob? Mr. Martinez in the
August
building.
26th. Yeah, because we were gonna have the barbecue. Not gonna have the barbecue. But Booker, I had the plans to come on for that week, along with Gloria from Arizona. So we can't
Okay.
just leave them hanging. So
No, I
I'm
mean, they
looking
coming from
for
out of town, so it's
yeah,
best to accommodate them as much as we can.
yeah. So I'm gonna look for something maybe a little different with more room, spread our wings, chill, music or what have you. So if you guys want to be part of it, you stay tuned to the show, to our page. And just remember, right now, if you want to be part of our next one, it'll be August 26th. This is Saturday. The time and all that will be given up as we go along. More than likely will be in the evening. And that's it. So, again, thank you for everybody that showed up. And like Blunt said, brave the weather, because the weather really wasn't that great.
Right.
And it was cold. It was a bit windy.
It was raining, then it wasn't. It was like a hurricane outside, then it wasn't. It was crazy, but we still had a good time.
Yeah, Martinez, where the official hat takes a little break. You got to take a little break once in a while. Blunt didn't have his on the last show. I had mine on.
Why you throwing me under the bus?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Me.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I see it say Brooklyn Pete. It'll say nothing about Blunt over
We're
here.
not always in uniform, so
Throwing me under the bus, bro. Jeez, man.
Hey.
I got my hat on. I don't know what you talking
today. Today my hat's taking a break. So yeah, you got to disinfect it to clean it up a little bit, So yeah, Rob. So stop picking on me. Saludos.
Yeah, so we had a hell of a week last week, man, with all this politics and
back-to-back
stuff that was going on.
shows.
We had like 3 shows last week, man, which is unprecedented for us, But we had to do it. We try not to do too much into that politics because it always comes with a bunch of baggage we don't want to deal with. But
boy, can Blunt talk politics, folks. Yeah, we're not about politics, but Blunt was like, I think you just let it all go for those 3 days. He was like,
I mean, no, because this is a little personal. Because a lot of the stuff that's involved in that stuff is really unnecessary, and it shouldn't be the way it is. And it's like a fighting amongst each other, and it shouldn't be that way. So that kind of pisses me off,
We got Amado Rodriguez wants to do the next one at Scores. All right. That would be. Well, I'm not even gonna say that would be a guys only because it ain't like that anymore.
Nah, not even. You know,
But
you'd be surprised. Chicks
Mhm.
come in and pulling other chicks from us.
Mhm. Yeah,
I take
much easier,
notes.
much
I take
quicker.
notes.
Take notes for sure.
I definitely
Yeah.
take notes.
So, all right. So August 26th, guys, put it on your calendar. That will be the
Mark
day
it
for
now.
the next
Put your
get
day
together.
in. Get your sick days together. Something. Work your RDOs.
And those of
Transfers.
you who are into the sticks, the cigars aficionados, we have a group, New York City Transit Cigar Club, Cigar Lounge. So if you are, a cigar aficionado, go join it because there's going to be a get together there soon, the first ever get together for the cigar aficionados. So,
Speaking of cigars,
Blunt, we
I
pulled
put
you in there. We're pulling you
I
in there.
I put my cigar out and put it in my bag. Now my whole bag smell like cigar.
Oh, you didn't finish it,
No, I didn't finish it.
but
It's
that's
like a
manly.
little bit left,
That's all right.
and
That's manly, bro. It's okay.
I put it in my. Yeah, but I
You put it
walk
back
around
out.
smell like a cigar.
It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Cigarettes smell worse.
Cigarettes smell worse. That's true, but
Mhm.
I don't want to walk around smell like a chimney.
Yep, yeah. So you just
So,
go
yeah.
smelling around like an old man. All right.
Would put some Bengay on.
Yeah. See, there you go. There you go. So let's get a little serious now. Last week I wanted to talk about it, but there was not a lot of time, and there was a video that I wanted to look for. And this was about the shooting at the Tennessee school. What was it, the Presbyterian school up there, Tennessee. It was a horrible day. It was what supposedly started out as a female that walked into the school and just randomly started shooting, killed 3 children, 9 years old, and 3 adults, a custodian, I believe, who was the female principal, and a teacher. I believe the teacher tried to step in front of the shooter. So, yeah, condolences to them and the families of the children. To lose a child, trust me, it's and under those circumstances, it's horrible.
It's one thing to lose a child, but to have your child murdered is a whole different
Yeah, for
situation.
no freaking reason.
Mm.
But what I want to talk about is that they said that there supposedly was a dark side to this school. Now, I'm going to play this video. Again, you find so much stuff on TikTok. A lot of times you find things on TikTok that the news don't talk about.
Mhm.
So this TikToker, I guess she did her research. I was checking it out also with the links that she was putting to see it, to see if it's online. It's all in there. The links were for the backstory of what she believes could have led for this person to take these children. Oh, and of course, we were talking about on TikTok when that happened. A lot of people in the comments were saying that must be a transgender person because a woman would not really go into a school like that and just kill children. It's not in the nature of a female. They were saying that has to be a transgender. Other people are saying, there we go. There go the people complaining already, throwing the transgender under the bus, blah, 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 this and that. Don't talk without knowing. Turns out it was a transgender. So it was a transgender female that did this. But there is like a dark backstory to this, and I'm going to play the video for you guys. And again, it doesn't condone what this person did. And Blunt, I don't know if you've watched it yet, but you watch it and let me just play it, and you guys tell me what you think afterwards about the Nashville tragedy.
I believe I have discovered the motives behind the tragedy in Nashville today, and buckle up because it's going to get dark, it's going to get bad. This school has been involved in decades of cover-ups. This is John Perry, who in 2002 started the Covenant Presbyterian Church and the elementary school. John Perry has admitted to molesting at least 2 girls, ages 11 and 14. The police even said that these claims were substantiated. But he couldn't be charged because the statute of limitations had expired. Not only did his wife, when she filed for divorce, called inappropriate marital conduct, alleging that he admitted to the abuse of minors, but admitted it to the board of directors of the church as he stepped down from his deaconship. That happened in 2008, but was still allowed access to the church, its members, and the elementary school until 2010. In 2010 was when he was excommunicated by the church. From 2002 to 2012, John Perry operated a quote-unquote safe house for vulnerable children in which they would come and stay with him. Again, after he had admitted to the molestations. In order to cover up his crimes, members of the church harassed and ultimately assaulted family members who were trying to come forward about the abuse. And in case John Perry seems familiar, not only did John Perry co-write Mike Huckabee's memoirs, but he also co-wrote Roy Moore's. That's right, Roy Moore, the former Alabama Chief Justice who also molested children. Side note, before I go any further, I will be using the shooter's preferred pronouns and name. Here's what we've been told about Adrian Hale so far. He was 28 and he used to attend that school, which means he would have attended the school under John Perry between 2002 and 2006. If you pair that with the fact that Tennessee literally just outlawed Adrian's existence in public, I think it's pretty fucking clear to see what happened. In no way am I excusing or condoning his actions, but this was the perfect storm that GOP in Tennessee created.
So, it's again, it doesn't condone what this person did, but maybe there was something to it from back then that this person was a child attending the school, and maybe was a victim of these two men, or one of the men that ran the school, and it caused some kind of mental mental damage to the point that it grew up. It looked for vengeance. I don't know. I just thought it was worth noting, and the fact also that if you remember Josh Duggar from the show 19 Kids and Counting, the young man he was using internet to download explicit material, and he also abused children and sexually molested his sister. He was, and his family were, a big supporter of Duggar. What was his name? The last guy name, whatever his name was, a supporter of him. So, it's like a whole circle of these men that were into molesting children in this town. So again, I'm not saying that it was okay for this person to do it, but it's just because people are asking, like, what drove this person? I'll say this person because I just don't want to mention their name. This person to do it. I just feel maybe it had something to do as a child. It just messed with him, and probably had no one to talk to, no one to turn to. And maybe that also is part of why they transgendered. Maybe was molested, feeling like a female or something. I'm going a little out there, but it could be. No, Blunt. What do you feel about this?
I mean, there's a lot of possibilities in that, and that very well could be the case. I just really find it funny how when this types of shootings and stuff happen, and the supposed perpetrator is of a certain skin type, that all of a sudden now it's about, there had to be some clear reason, some kind of something to trigger this effect, and we need to look into it. And they come up with all kinds of excuses to try to justify what was done and try to humanize the perpetrator. But on the same token, if it was a different, and I know this has really nothing to do with race, but our world is consumed with this racism shit. So if it was a black person that did that, do you really think they'd be trying to get to the bottom of why he did it? If it was some kind of mental case or something like that? No. They would throw that motherfucker under the jail as quick as they can and end it like that. But because it's a certain skin type, they want to figure out what's the problem is. They want to go through, and my whole thing is like, and I agree with you. Like Ann said, all these people got harmed. All these people got killed, except for the people who actually did the assaulting. So you kill a bunch of innocent people that had nothing to do with nothing. That didn't even know it was coming.
Right, right.
Because of what? Because you felt bad about what was done to you? Why not go after them? Go to their homes. You know where they live at. You know where you could get them. Get them specifically. Then maybe
Yeah.
the world wouldn't be such a bad place if they know people were doing things. But they go and they shoot up schools with innocent kids and stuff. Now they want teachers to carry guns and stuff like that. What? Really?
But this whole thing opens up again. Our children, no protection in school. No protection in school. That's one place where they should feel safe when we send them to school.
Right.
And if you guys didn't watch the video of the shooter, when it shot up the doors, there were glass doors. And after all these kind of shootings that have been going on, I think they've been so far like 208 school shootings. After all this is going on, shouldn't they at least put metal doors on the entrance to all these schools?
But see, the thing is, they don't think it could happen to them. These school shootings are an inner city problem.
Right, but there's something they should put all over the U.S. It's just,
Okay. But
we
like I'm
we got to
saying,
do the most you can to protect all schools.
it's like how we feel about how certain people feel about the Jewish community in our area. It's like they have their own community. They don't see themselves as a part of us. And it's like that. They don't see themselves, oh, school shootings, that happens in the city. That's never going to happen out here.
Mhm.
It's school shootings. It doesn't matter where it's happening. So, I mean, I feel like
They feel like
this
they're
is just
living in
me.
a nice neighborhood that it wouldn't
Yeah,
happen. And that comes
it's
out
never gonna
here. I understand now the people that live with the doors open, the car doors unlocked, and lately they've been breaking into cars because they leave the doors open. They're breaking into houses because they leave the front door. It just doesn't matter that you may live in a nice neighborhood because bad is gonna come from elsewhere, if anything.
right.
You just don't trust it.
As a former bad boy of the streets, I'm not gonna say that, but we
Bad
don't
boy for
go
life.
to we didn't go to bad neighborhoods to do our dirt. It just don't make sense. You go to the good neighborhood to do what you need to do. So I mean, you should be seeing yourself, if you live in a good neighborhood, as a target on your back, because that's where most of the bad people are going to go to do their dirt.
Yeah, and
It
here
just-
was a school, a Presbyterian private
Hmm.
school. I probably thought that would have never happened to them. Not in that school.
So now you got the GOP, and I'm trying to say, that school teachers should have guns. No. Why should they have guns? Can you imagine going to job as a school teacher? Well, first of all, when you get the job, you have this thing about children that you really care about them, right? It's like a maternal instinct where you want to help raise the future. Now you got to gun one down. Can you imagine the psychological effect that's going to have on that teacher? That doesn't make sense. I feel like
I mean, they got to go through training also.
Right.
They will have to train
Right.
them, and what's going to happen after that? They're going to want more money because now they're carrying too, right? I
Right.
mean, you got to
Well,
pay them more.
I feel like the NYPD or whatever police
Retired.
city group you have that police a city should have two positions for the school. One as a entry level, and then second as a retired position, so that all schools could be covered with actual police officers. When you come into the job, you got to do about 2 years as a school safety officer, because that's actually a it's not a requirement, but you can actually do 2 years as a safety school officer and join NYPD. So why not make that a permanent position? When you come in to NYPD, you do 2 years as a school safety officer, then you rotate out.
Good idea.
And then if you feel like retiring and you want a nice cushy job where you have, then you could retire as a safety school officer, where you train as an officer to handle that stuff. Because I can't see teachers. I cannot see it. I can't see my sister. Well, I can see my sister, but I can't see. I can't see. Teachers carrying a Glock 9 shooting a kid. It's just too much for that. That's too much to ask for. That's too much. They know they don't sign up for that, and
Plus they
the
don't have
problem's
that.
not.
The mentality is
problem-
not there. The experience wouldn't be there.
No, and
So-
and to shoot somebody, it changes you. It changes you in not a good way neither. So no, I don't think teachers should have guns. I mean, if they feel like carrying a gun to protect themselves, then okay, but not for that reason of protecting other kids and others. Let the police do that. Let the police do that, man. What up, Sergio? Long time no see, my dude. Armando, Paula, what's good, peoples? Thanks for joining in.
So now let's see who what they do next, because
But why did this is the whole thing about the transgender thing? A lot of people say, I got a thing I want to say about this transgender thing. When I first was exposed to transgender, my initial thought was it was the mental issue, right? I like it's got to be some kind of cross wiring that's going on with these people. But thinking about it, I don't feel that way anymore. I really don't. I feel like that's a part of nature, and the reason I say that is because, if you go back to the Bible, to say God created man, and then He took a rib and created women, right? So God created us all in His image, right? So when you think that, when you look into that, and then you say that there are people that are born as hermaphrodites, right? The people that are born, I think it's 1 in every 100 people that are born as a hermaphrodite. So you're basically born with both genitalia, and so it's really up to that person to decide which was it biological
gender.
male or female? Yeah, which gender? Damn, thank you. Which gender they feel that they are. So when you think about that there are people who are born with both, then that's God's doing, right? That's God's doing. They're born with both genitalia, so they get to decide which gender they are. What's to say that at some point during the birthing process, that even though the body is fully developed, the chemicals in the brain stopped at that point before that switch is made to either male or female, when it stops in between, that the chemical process stopped there. And so now you're born with the mentality that you're not sure what you are yet. You're still fluid in it, and you feel like you could go both ways. So I kind of feel like that's what happened. So I don't think it's any more of a mental issue like that. I just think that that's just the way they were born. Now I could be wrong. This is just me speculating and thinking about this, because it's like, why does this happen? Why does this happen? And I kind of feel like that's why it happens. So
In my opinion, I think that there are some children that from when they're young, you could start noticing certain characteristics. And I'm saying that also as a experiencing this with a child who's now a grown man, and as a child, love this kid. I'm not gonna mention his name, but love this kid, male. And growing up, he was very effeminate with the music
A little
that
too much,
listened
yeah.
to. He was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and his voice and the way he you know, showed himself. It was like, and I would tell the parents that I think that little boy is gonna be gay when he grows up. No, don't say that. I'm just saying, it just looks to me that way. He's a grown man right now. He is gay, not transgender. He is gay, but that's what I'm saying. I think that some just maybe are born, like you said, with that already in them. But at
Mhm.
the same time, I feel that in this past few years, where that's become so big,
It's a trend.
especially with the
It's more of a
yeah,
trend than
like a
anything. Yeah.
trend.
Yeah, I feel
So
that
it's
way
like
too.
everybody wants to jump on that trend. Just like back in my day when I was younger, it's like if you wanted to be cool, well, what did you have to do?
Mm,
You got to
I don't
smoke.
know. Oh,
You smoke.
I
You
wasn't
want to be
going there,
part,
but okay.
not in
I'm
this street part
joking.
where you were at, but but basically, you wanted to be cool with your friends or whatever. You smoked. That was like the end thing, or drink. If they saw if your friends saw, oh, you smoke, oh, now you like part of a little crew. And I feel even at my daughter's last school, there was two children, twin, and you look at them, they were female, like maybe with a little short hair, but one of them wanted to, uh, change too. Talking about transgender and all that stuff, and I'm seeing it's like from when you're young, these things could happen. It's like it's in you. It's that feeling. But then there's also the ones that we talk about that I feel that they just
Mhm.
want to follow
Just
the trend.
yep. I feel like
So what's going on now is like so many that I feel sometimes that it's just a trend.
and not only that is being pushed everywhere you go, everywhere you go. TV, shows, movies, books. Is so much now readily available that it's become part of the norm.
In
And so
schools, some
it's no
schools are
longer an
teaching
issue.
it.
Yeah, it's no
Yeah.
longer an issue.
There are books
Armando,
being
you
written
said
like that too. Schools
Armando said
teaching it.
XY chromosome. So here's the thing about that, Armando. I
Amado.
there's a point, Amado. There's a point where in development you're neither male or female, right? So you're not your XYs are not definite yet. So what if and this is just a what if? What if that never develops and you're stuck with that in between phrase where you're not dominant X, you're not dominant XY, or you don't get that definition. What if the chemicals process stops there and you still fully develop, but your brain doesn't develop that particular male female chromosome, and you're just stuck there. So so it's like that could be what I'm not saying this would happen. This is all speculation on my point,
Mm.
but it's just it's just a guesstimate of what was going on. And we may not never really know until people actually volunteer themselves to science to have their brains, treated like lab rats, stuff like that. Maybe there'll be one day that will actually figure it out, and they can either stop the process or finish the process. It could be like it's not finished, and here they give you a shot, and it finishes the process, and you either become male or you become female at that point. We're talking like hundreds of years down the line, but I just don't feel like it's a mental issue anymore. I really don't. I feel like it's just part of nature, and I'm kind of glad I'm just fully male. That's too complicated. I can't.
And
Women
that's why
are
a lot
hard
of them
enough to deal
have
with.
that's why a lot of them have that hard time
Mm,
because it's so
right.
difficult, and then to have the public agree with it, with their feelings and all that stuff. But
Well, yeah. I mean, back when we was growing up, if you were gay, that was taboo.
yeah.
So a lot of them stayed in the closet behind that. But
Now
now
let's talk
more and
about the
more people
church.
open up.
The
Yeah.
church back when I was going there, the Catholic Church did not like no gays in the church.
Hmm.
It was frowned
That's
upon.
funny.
It was
That's
frowned
funny.
upon. Hmm?
That's funny.
Right? And now we've even seen the Pope. I think it was last year something came up. Opening the church to everybody.
Mm, mm,
So
mm. Get me started on church.
yeah, I'm stop myself too, but it's true. True.
Somebody said I'll be an ugly woman. Yeah, okay.
And with that said, we haven't had speaking about ugly woman, we haven't had a visit from Bluntstradamus.
Oh yeah.
By the way, you know that I had somebody talk to me thinking that that that's an ugly female. Yeah, someone at work, and I was like, it's not a female. It's like it's not. it's it's not a female. It's a male.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
should have said,
So,
yeah, I give him your number.
yeah. So I think. What do you think? We have a visit from Mr. Blunstronomus today. Change it up a little bit.
He's
We
here.
haven't had him on for a while.
I think he's here.
Yeah,
Let me go get him real quick. Yeah.
yeah. So, folks, as I've said before, Blunstronomus is our new friend here at the show. And what we do is that you guys send us again, take it serious, but send us your relationship questions to our email, which is let me make sure I get it right because I always get it wrong. The email is the real Brooklyn Pete. Yeah, send it to the real Brooklyn Pete at gmail.com. Your name will be we're not gonna put your name out there. It's anonymous, and you send it to me because I don't want Lunch Anonymous to see the questions prior to the show. So I keep them, I write them all down, and I have them here ready for when he pops up. All right, so this is where you're gonna send them. Let me clear this out since Blunt walked out and didn't do this. Okay, and we're going to bring in now Mr. Blunstronomus. It's been a while. Let me see where's his intro at. There we go. Mr. Blunstronomus. Welcome back, Mr. Blunstronomus.
Hey, it was good, Pete.
All right.
Oh,
You kind of did your hair a little bit differently this week. What's that style? What's that style? It makes me
Oh,
think
man.
about the topic that we were just talking about. But welcome again.
Oh boy. I
I
heard you got some questions from me, Mr. Pete.
Yeah, we we have some questions for you. I got 2 questions for you, Blunstronomus. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the back seat now. I'm gonna ask you the question.
Okay. Shoot. And we can't hear you.
All right, I see what I did. I see what I did. There we go. Okay, you can hear me now. You can hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. All right, the first question. Can a
I just
woman
got out of bed. Sorry. I just got out of bed, y'all.
That's some style. I want to start seeing people wearing that style on the streets now. Blunstronomus. Okay. Can a woman or man be in love with more than one person?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. As long as you don't act upon it, you should be all right. But it'll be folly to think that you can't fall in love with one person. There's so many different people out there, so many different needs that you need attended to, that one person may not feel all of those. So you might have a couple of other people that you fall in love with. But yep, absolutely,
All right,
definitely.
thank you for that. Okay. And now for our second question, second and last question. How long after sex is it acceptable to fall asleep?
How long is it acceptable?
How long after sex is it acceptable to fall asleep?
Man, if it's right, you be knocked out right after that. If it ain't right, you might have to go at it some more rounds. But man, right after that, you should be knocked out.
I'm thinking about this because usually they say that the man will pass out, the woman just laying there watching. Like the man usually falls asleep first. So I'm wondering if this is if
No,
that's what they were trying to say. You
I
know,
mean, there are some women that get knocked out afterwards. You know, that's
Mhm.
very rare, but it happens. And when it does, people usually tape it. Like, that's right, y'all. I knocked that ass out. That's a badge to be worn. If you can knock her out. Hmm.
All right. All right. That's all. That's all the time we have for today, Mr. Blunstranamus.
All right.
Do me a favor. You come back. Just fix your hair, bro. You got people watching you and stuff. I mean, if this is a new
Got it.
style you got, it's okay. But anyway, all right.
Later, guys. Enjoy your day.
All right. So that was Blunstranamus. Again, folks, the real Brooklyn Pete at gmail.com. Send your relationship questions there. And we will have Mr. Blunstranamus respond to them. Maybe next week we'll have him again.
Go fix your goddamn hair, man. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, man. This guy come up here with his bedhead.
Yeah. It's like seeing you like he was sleeping all on one side. His right side. We're professionals here. He's
I
gonna look
know.
real professional.
Guy, man.
He
Think
looks
he
like he's
shit.
got his own questions on relationships. You should ask him if he has any. I'm telling you, I'm serious. So all right. So what else we got? You got anything for our people today, Blunt? Because I'm kind of out of topic for today.
Well, we finished talking about the shooting for Nashville. I see you got some up here about some kissing machine.
Oh yeah, this is the latest craze coming out of Japan. So there's a lot of people who have thanks for that, Blunt. There's a lot of people who have long distance relationships. Speaking of relationships, they might not having to ask somebody about having to use this thing for your long distance relationship. So it's supposed to bring you in a little closer. So this I think college kid created this app and now made it into a moving object where you could have somebody else in another country, another state, just not right there in front of you. And you would kiss this thing. You both kiss this thing, and it makes the movement that it'll imitate your movement on the phone to the video to the other person, so they could actually feel like they're kissing you. It sounds a little complicated. We'll put the video up, and you could check it out for yourself if you could find it. Here we go. can send recordings of your smooches. The technology, huh? But
I see that going way left.
yeah, I mean that same thing. Be like,
Exactly. Niggas go.
go
Oh
ahead,
no.
baby.
Oh no. I see it going way left. That's
That's the perfect
mm,
thing. And put it together with video, video where it could be on the other
oh,
side, little striptease kind of thing, get each other all ready. And yeah, and just
they
have
be
that
having
thing.
Felicia with their phone.
It
This is
moves,
crazy.
so it has that motion and that sensor. So, like I said before,
Mhm. You put a little KY jelly and snap it to it so you can squeeze it and just get the extra.
yes, sir. That kid's gonna become a millionaire. Sell it to the right company.
Yeah, them
He can
Jap,
make
yeah, those
millions.
people over there. That's all they think about is sex. Man.
Crazy. I mean,
But
the huge. The
I mean,
population is the biggest one in the world out there.
yeah, I mean, it's created innocently enough, but that's gonna go way left, way left.
Or down south.
I mean, you've seen it in movies before where they have like uh booths and stuff like that, where they go and they have virtual booths and they
Mhm.
having virtual sex and stuff like that. I mean, hey, you know what? If it stops people from raping other women and raping children and stuff, you know what? Why not? Why not?
Well,
You know,
how is it actually gonna stop it?
because now you have
'Cause I
access
mean, if
to
these
get your
guys are
nut off.
going, yeah, but these are
You know,
these are guys are going out there to rape women. Who's gonna say that someone's gonna want to do that with them?
no, but if you have access to a machine or device like that, you know, you don't have to go out there no more.
I mean, there
You
are
have,
things like that, especially for men.
mm,
You
yeah,
know,
you know.
the pocket ones and stuff like that. You just
I
anywhere.
say just make
I
it
I
legal.
I I think this what the raping.
No prostitution. Just make it
Make rape
legal.
legal.
No, make
No.
make prostitution legal. You know
No.
that'll cut down a lot of these serious crimes that we have in here.
Mm.
You can't get none on your own. Hey, you got $20? Uber one. Mhm. Hey, you know what? Let me Uber this chick real
You
quick.
want to write that idea down?
Uber
Uber
for
chick,
adults.
Uber
Uber
chick,
for
Uber
adults.
dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I don't know,
that's crazy.
but that's definitely eventful. I mean, if they could get all that right, you know, that'd be good for like when people do like say astronauts and stuff where they have these long missions in space or
Astronauts.
yeah, you know, they have long missions in space away from their family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Especially now that they try to go to Mars. That's like a
Mhm.
3-year journey, you know. So
Mhm.
they can have that and they can be able to kiss their wife and stuff on their phone and stuff, you know, still have that intimacy, you know. Well, other than that, yeah, dude, fuck, get a room.
Get a room, get a doll.
Get a room in the dog. Get a blow up dog.
It made me make it a little longer so that now those of you that are watching and you're watching live, just wait till after. Especially those that love to do memes of people. All right. There's a perfect shot right there with Blunt. Just scroll through, capture that.
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm gonna
yeah,
get another punch when I see
I
you.
know. I'm Amado, you actually right. There are some cases where it's all about control, and yeah, there is kind of like a disease.
The
But
fight, right? They like that
it's not
fight.
everybody though. There are some people who just you know they just need some. It's not really that deep for them, but they'll still commit the crime. You know, I mean, you still have like date rape stuff like that. Like those people can go get a room or Uber a chick or something like that. But they're
Yeah, because it would
the
just be those kind of people that will be using it.
right. You know, it's not gonna solve the whole problem, but it might quell some of them. You know. Mm.
It's like when you just need that hit, when you just need that little puff,
Mm.
that cigar, that little
It's
weed.
it's
You just
it's
need that
kind of
hit.
like it's like a camera system. You know, it doesn't stop the crime from happening, but there are some that it may deter from doing a crime. You know,
Mhm.
it's like that. You know, it's not going to stop it all together, but if it could deter a couple of people, that one person could be somebody close to you that got deterred from getting raped. You know what I mean? And in that case, it'll really matter to you if it happens like that, right? Oh my God, I'm glad they made that. You know, so
Most
you
definitely.
never know. You never know. What up, Z? You're late.
So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us today on our Monday. So this will be our schedule from here to I don't know when. This pick right now will be on Mondays at 7 p.m. on
Yeah.
YouTube. I don't know where we went I went everywhere today. We went on Facebook too. Usually we just go on YouTube. We go on Facebook
Yeah,
when we have
it's
guests.
supposed to go YouTube only.
Yeah, only. I guess today, since it was our first Monday,
Mhm.
some people. Oh, and by the way, folks that are on Facebook, I've had a few telling me this
All right,
that
and Quill.
that
Have a
they're
good
not
day.
getting notifications
Notification.
on Facebook. They used to, and they're not getting them now anymore. I don't know if Facebook had an update or something. I know with us, when we post something on Facebook, it goes on as an event. And prior to this, when we would put it on the page, that would open up when we go live. Now it's like that will stay there as an event, as a post. Like you have to click that you're going or not
Have to
going, or
click on it.
maybe, and then there'll be another screen that opens up when we go live. So I don't know, folks. Just look on our Facebook page, to Transit Misfit, to see if there's something to change. If you have to hit the bell to get notified,
Or
that's something.
simply just go to YouTube and subscribe there and hit the
I'll
bell.
go there because
Way
we
easier.
set it up, and once we go live, it's gonna pop up right away on YouTube. By the way, we have um, another misfit at Gleason that told me. I was like, yeah, I put it on my big TV, my big screen TV. So shout out
Well,
to
yeah.
those watching us
Most
on the
definitely.
TV screen. They actually put it on the TV screen so the family could watch it. So it's not just
Ooh,
May I
sorry.
or Mai, what
Sorry
happened?
for the cursing, guys.
We have others that
Sorry for the
actually
curse.
they put it up on the screen. So thank you so much. Thank you for the el apoyo, the support, everybody that
Yes.
watches us on a weekly basis. And I think
Yeah,
that's
so
it. Good.
Facebook, remember Facebook, we usually just go live on YouTube. So unless we have guests, then we'll go back to both our Two Transit Misfits page and Expert page. So if you can, man, just go to YouTube, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when we coming on. Oh, upstate, what's up, city CNY bus driver? What's good?
What's
So
good? What's
again,
good?
we
Thank
go
you for
live
joining
on
me.
YouTube, and unless we have guests, then we'll do Facebook and Two Transit Misfits page.
Yeah, and one of the
So
reasons because
subscribe.
Facebook has become such a just if you
Complicated.
put if you put a bit of a song or whatever, they block you, or they they block you in certain parts of the world, or they will by accident we put a clip of some music or something and they'll mute it. Whereas in YouTube, it like automatically gives credit
Credit
to
to
that
him.
song or so it makes it a little easier, more people friendly to go on YouTube. So it's a better deal. And that's
Yep.
the channel we're planning to grow. So if you could all move from Facebook and slowly come into YouTube, we definitely appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe.
Yep.
And you got anything else, Blunt?
Good. Till next week, next Monday, 7
Next
o'clock.
Monday?
Remember, we're Mondays now, which
Yeah.
is a little weird for me, but it's
Put it on
Monday.
your phone. Put it on your phone on the calendar to let you know if you got, because the people are coming up to me. You actually enjoy watching the show. I appreciate that. If we make if you're watching this the first time, if you've laughed a little, smiled a little, felt a little more at ease, just sitting here with us chilling, give us a follow. Help us out.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. And spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word.
Spread the
Let
word.
everybody else know. We need to get at least 40,000 people on our YouTube page because we have about 40,000 New York workers. So
Yeah.
we're not just in New York though. We do have people all over the world that watch us. So shout out to them.
Yeah. So share it. All right.
Just share,
That
spread the word.
real quick, Eric. The thing we're gonna post on there, is it complete, or we have to put the end in as well?
No, it's complete.
Everything's there. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
And I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Night, everybody. Next
Night.
week.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.